As you can see from the title of this video, there's a question that many of you might be thinking. Why am I always tired and drained, even on days when I'm not doing anything particularly strenuous or demanding? In this video, we'll explore the answer to this question and offer solutions to address this issue. So let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. As a reminder, in this video, we'll be discussing how to cure the constant feeling of tiredness and boredom, even when you're not doing anything. In the first part of this video, I'll explain the reasons behind this phenomenon. There's a scientific fact that has been proven for a long time, and I think many of you might know it. But sometimes we just know it without truly understanding and applying it in our lives. The proof is that many people I've asked know this fact, but they still feel tired. This means there's a gap between knowledge and practical application. So, why do we always feel tired? The answer lies in our brain. Did you know that our brain only uses about 2% of our body mass, but it consumes a whopping 20% of our basal metabolic energy? It's like a massive energy sink. Have you ever noticed that on days when your body is physically inactive, you still feel tired? Now, where does this feeling of energy depletion come from? The only culprit is the brain. It seems like we're living in an era where our brains don't get to rest. It's constantly draining energy all day long, and it's not cheap energy either. Every time we think, feel, or engage our brain, it draws energy. And if it keeps drawing energy like that, it's no wonder we feel tired. So for those of you who feel tired even when your body isn't doing much, the problem might lie in your brain. Now let's delve deeper. We know that using the brain isn't cheap, right? It costs real energy from our body. So what are we using it for? Pay attention to this. Every time we go online and feel emotional, watch something, get angry, worry, go to work and feel stressed or have conflicts with friends, colleagues, or bosses, our brain is draining energy. When we see someone we dislike on Facebook enjoying their life, our jealousy kicks in and our brain drains more energy. When we watch a YouTube or Facebook clip and hear something we disagree with, our brain gets triggered and it drains even more energy. When we comment or read comments online and get annoyed, our brain drains even more energy. And even when we try to relax at home but can't resist checking our phones, our brains continue to drain energy. If our brain is constantly draining energy like this, how can we not feel exhausted? Many of us are overusing our brains, and it's one of the main reasons why we feel tired all the time. This constant tiredness is a common issue, even among young people, because their brains are constantly stimulated and never get to rest. I'll repeat this once more. Just paying attention to something really consumes energy. That attention leads to negative emotions and drains more energy. In the end, when you get home, do you ever feel empty and exhausted? I'll be honest, many families experience arguments when both partners come home from work and meet each other. Their brains are already agitated. So, 2% of our body mass is the quality of our brain, but the energy it consumes is 20%. Remember that. Now, some of you might be wondering how to improve this situation. We know and understand that if we let this continue, we'll always be in a state of exhaustion, even on holidays. Our bodies might get to rest, but our brains are constantly working. I believe many of you don't like this feeling of exhaustion out of nowhere, so we need to find a way to stop it. Now, here are a series of science-based solutions that you can apply, remember, and improve your life. Make your brain happy and relaxed, and those feelings of constant tiredness, anger, and frustration will disappear. The first solution is to provide good nutrition for your brain. Water is essential for the brain, as are carbohydrates in moderation. Many people cut out carbs and end up feeling tired because their brains need glucose. A lack of glucose can harm the brain, so a diet with adequate carbohydrates is crucial. Vegetables are also good for the brain, as are nuts and unsaturated fatty acids like omega-3. Pay attention to your diet and see if it includes these nutrients. If it does, maintain it. If not, you need to supplement them, because if your brain doesn't receive the necessary nutrients, it can't be healthy. You can't expect your brain to be healthy if you don't feed it properly. That's the first step. Feed your brain with the right food. The second step is to increase blood flow to the brain. Increased blood flow is beneficial for the brain as it helps everything function better. Exercise is the key here. People who don't exercise often feel tired, and many don't understand why. They think exercise should make them more tired because it consumes energy. They don't realize that exercise improves blood circulation, which greatly benefits the brain. When blood flow is improved, it delivers more oxygen and nutrients to nourish brain cells, enhances cognitive function, and reduces the risk of developing diseases. You don't need to be an expert. Just read regular medical journals and you'll come across this information. It's common knowledge, not rocket science. Exercise also helps release endorphins, happiness hormones, and increases excitement. Instead of feeling tired, bored, and constantly drained, exercise can shift you from feeling down to feeling alive. That's the second way. Remember, the first is to eat well for your brain, and the second is to exercise. Don't sit or lie down too much, because those activities hinder blood circulation. You need to move and exercise. The third way is to give your brain some rest. It means putting down your phone and letting your brain relax. Sometimes we need to take a nap or get a good night's sleep to let our brain rest. Just paying attention to something already makes the brain use energy, and with it consuming 20% of our body's energy, it can quickly drain us. So, take a long break in the afternoon, get a good night's sleep, and reduce screen time. This is crucial. Many people don't understand that sometimes they suddenly feel stressed, bored, or tired because they haven't given their brain a break. Nowadays, it's common for people to stay up too late and sleep too little. Many go to work, then go out, and by 10 or 11 p.m., they're back home scrolling through their phones, watching movies, and stimulating their brains. This goes on until 1 a.m., 2 a.m., even 3 a.m. Imagine waking up at 7 or 8 a.m. after 4 hours of continuous brain activity. No amount of supplements can compensate for that. Please let your brain rest. The next solution is to practice techniques to calm the mind. Meditation and mindfulness are the pinnacle of this. Many of you, if you can meditate, will experience a significant increase in happiness because you know how to make your brain relaxed. But of course, if I use the word relaxed, it might be difficult to understand for some of you, as it's a term familiar to those who meditate. So let me use the word relaxation. It means letting go of all thoughts, just being present, and gently observing whatever arises, whether it's breath or thoughts. Thoughts come and go, just let them flow. This means the brain is no longer agitated. It's just gentle and calm. By practicing meditation or mindfulness, you not only have a healthier brain, but also improve your quality of life. It's true. Mindfulness exercises are temporary ways to find joy. Stopping the brain's unnecessary attention is important. Stopping the brain's unnecessary attention is important. Yoga is also amazing. When you practice yoga, your focus is excellent. You focus on your breath, your posture, your muscles, your thoughts, and the sensations in your body. You're not distracted by thoughts, opinions, or negative thoughts. Your brain is simple. It only thinks, okay, now lift your arm, hold that pose, focus on your breath, feel your muscles. That's it. It doesn't care about your annoying neighbor or any other problems. It doesn't trigger emotions that drain energy. Plus, in yoga, you have to breathe deeply, which increases oxygen intake. A quality breath replenishes oxygen and supports the brain. So, a good lifestyle with exercise will give you a happy life, free from exhaustion and constant irritability. You'll notice that people who meditate and practice yoga a lot might still get angry, but compared to others, the percentage of time they're angry is much lower. Another exercise is to focus on appreciation. Listen to a piece of music and try to focus on enjoying it without thinking too deeply. Notice the vocals. Close your eyes and pay attention to the piano, the guitar. You know what happens when you do this? It feels good and joyful. It's a pleasant feeling in your heart. Practice these appreciation exercises. When you know how to appreciate art, you'll experience a joy that's hard to describe. It won't be overwhelming like other activities, but it will be a deep joy. It's a way to create joy for yourself through deep focus when appreciating something. Appreciating food is similar. Notice the flavors, the aromas, the textures. Do this and you'll feel joy, and your brain will be directed in a wonderful and comfortable way instead of being drained by negative emotions. And the final solution, as I mentioned earlier, is to get enough sleep. Sometimes, I don't understand why people recommend sleeping less. They might advocate for quality sleep, which I agree with, but there are opinions like sleep is a waste of time, which I strongly disagree with. Sleep is when your body gets to repair itself. Did you know that while you sleep, your brain cleans up memories, clears out emotional stress, and literally reorganizes itself? Many miraculous things happen while you sleep. It's a time for your body to recover. If you deprive yourself of sleep, you're denying your body the right to recover. Using that precious sleep time to work, study, or stay up late is understandable if it's for deadlines or emergencies. But if it's for watching movies, chatting, scrolling through social media, or shopping, be careful. Those are misguided paths, and the consequence is what the title of this video is about: constant tiredness and headaches. I hope these things won't happen to you anymore. This video offers many solutions, perhaps familiar ones, but if they're effective, familiarity is enough. There's no need for them to be exotic. These are all familiar things that you can apply and use immediately without needing to spend time understanding them. That's a wonderful thing. We can do something right now without needing to spend time learning, and that's happiness. I hope that after this video, there will be no more unnecessary headaches, no more uncontrolled anger, no more emotional outbursts, and above all, no more constant tiredness, as mentioned in the title of this video. You have succeeded in reclaiming happiness by respecting and using your brain properly.